Hi, thanks for watching. Yesterday, I had a chat with someone who is not a flat earther, so I'm not raining on his parade. But he's soon about to upload a video after spending a week researching in depth about the supposed 1,000-year history of Durham Cathedral, which is what's in front of you at the moment. Now, we all know all dates are suspect, and I asked him if mud would be mentioned. What mud? Was his reply. Well, this mud. So, I explained that so far I have found that every old cathedral in this country, without exception, are in mud. And to illustrate and prove my point, I went on Google Earth, took a mud revealing snapshot and sent a link. He said he won't mention it. Well, I'll do better than that. I'll show you just how much mud there is. And there's tons of it. Now, right here, we're looking at the original lower windows. These windows are bricked up simply because they are on the same level as the ground, which is not an architectural design. And if they go down maybe 10, 15 feet, we may find the original ground level. Now, this is the image that I linked. There you go, Durham Cathedral. Right, so there's mud everywhere here. You can see so many traces. There's the mud here. There's the windows down below the mud. And there's the stairs to go up to the fake door, which is surrounded by fake architecture. This is all plasterwork and kidology. None of it's real. But now, our history books come from libraries, and just because you read something from a book, it don't make it true. It simply means it was written down. Similarly, just because you don't talk about the elephant in the room, it don't make it go away. Mud is a fact, omitted from history books. We have the opportunity with our videos to give people an alternative to the bullshit narrative. Now, Andrew Carnegie, I love these quotes that this guy gets credited. This is brilliant. The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is justly entitled. Right, but see, he was not a philanthropist, selflessly spreading his wealth. If you want to be happy, set a goal that commands your thoughts, liberates your energy, and inspires your hopes. See, he's full of that stuff. But he was an elitist with an agenda. And this is part of his agenda. A library outranks any other thing a community can do to benefit its people. It is a never-failing spring in the desert. Oh, really? Well, libraries are just that, repositories of lies put in place to maintain the narrative. And here we have some El Presidente from some banana republic with a handshake saying, "Thank you for the library, brother." So before we go looking at the cathedral, let's see if we can link Mr. Carnegie and his foundation to the mud with all his libraries. Andrew Carnegie and the Carnegie Foundation provided initial funding for 1,689 libraries in the early 20th century. Some are still in use, others are gone. That means demolished. These are some of them. Now, just think, 1,689 of these buildings were used as libraries. Others are used as town halls. Others are used as theatres. But the one thing they all have in common, they are all in mud. Every single one. So, there's that. So, let's go look for Durham Cathedral. And we'll see about the mud. Well, there we go. First clue. It's on a hill. Now, we won't get too close to the cathedral, I don't think, because it's just as close as the car park, pretty much. This is like the back door. And there's not much to look at. I'd like to be down there with a camera, but I don't have that privilege. So, go around here and look at the front. And we'll see what we can see from here. Right, well, like I said before, this is not an architectural design. You don't go on a hill, dig a hole, build a cathedral, put lower windows at ground level, and then brick them up. Right, like that's a plan. And this will all be the same. This will all be in mud. And I'd like to dig that out and see what's below this. Well, let's go over the other side of this square and see what's over here. Right. We'll go here, diagonally across the courtyard. Now, we can see traces here of windows way below street level, but you're gonna love this. Yeah, that's what we do. We'll build it so that it's way below the street, and we'll always have sandbags handy, just in case it rains. Right, that's the plan. So, let me see what else. Oh, come in here a minute. Right here. There. Right. So this is like on top of a hill, and all the doors are like this one. Below. Seriously? And there's the front door. Like I said, this is all fake. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go away from... See, I've always maintained that the mud, like the epicentre is the hill, like it changes and it softens, swells up and spreads, and it spreads downwards. So let's see if I can find any proof of that happening. Oh look, windows below the street. Right, this is built on a hill, and all the houses seem to be in the hill. What else we got? Right, let's go down below the cathedral. Go down here. Right, well, these are pretty low. Oh no, look, that's below the street. Aye, that's what to do. Let's dig a hole and build a house. And it's everywhere. What else we got up here? Aye, a lot of people don't realise this red brick, it goes back a long time. This stuff here, this is like, it's smaller than the red brick we use. That's how they find it hard to patch it up. Right, and again, another house that's been built in a big hole. And they'll find this is the whole street is the same. It is all affected the same way. Right, so, what else we got? Right, let's get down here. Right, so this whole street, I'm calling it mud. I mean, it's like everywhere. I would like to get a JCB and remove 200 tons of soil from the front of this house, and I bet we would see the original front door. Right, let's leave here and... Right, okay. Let's get down here. I'll show you some. Right, so we're given that this is the height that this building was built. Right, any years there? No. Right, so this is the height we're told. Okay? Bear that in mind. This is, we're told, the doors and stuff, when they built it, blah blah blah. But let me show you something. Right, that was right there. Okay? This is a wee bridge. And we're about to go down here. At the other end of the wee bridge, which is down there. But I want to show you something really weird. Now, obviously you can see that these are built on a hill. And this is the same. Okay, so let's build a house, right? So, let's build this window 6 feet from the ground. And we'll do the same here. Actually, it's a bit less. And we'll do it less here, and no. If you're building on a hill, you would build it in steps, so that all the windowsills were the same height above the street. So this window would actually be here, and this window would actually be high, like you would do. And that means if this is all mud, then what was the original height of this church I showed you a moment ago? But here's something. This here. Why is that right where this windowsill would be? I'll tell you why. Because when this eventually was in the mud and they decided to do something, they had a choice. And they put a door where a window used to be. And rather than send to Italy and get some marble, pillars and a big plinth, nope. They just got a plasterer, because that's all this is. Plaster. It's all fake. So, that was the mud that is around the area of Durham Cathedral. Thanks for watching. Please comment.